Hello everyone and welcome back to the Plocast. Today we are here watching Andor, Season 1, Episode 5, The Axe Forgets. Now for us, it's been a little while since we watched Andor. We kind of, I know we're very behind. We're very behind. At the time of recording, I think they're on Episode 9 or 10, which means the end is coming up and we're probably not going to be ready for the finale, but it's okay. We're going to get there eventually, slow and steady. But yeah, we're going to be paying a lot of attention to the recap to refresh our memories because a lot of it's fallen away. We've watched all of Tales of the Jedi since the last time we've seen Andor, so it's kind of a mess right now, but we're excited. We're excited to get into it. From what I do remember, Cassian was brought into this team. They're going to do this heist on the Imperial compound to steal like their payroll or something. And the rest of the crew is pretty PO'd that he's just been shoved right in 3 days before the attack. So I guess we will see where it goes from there. I know you don't remember much either, but you excited for anything?
Yes, I remember that it left off right as they're about to get there, and we're kind of like, oh, are they going to train again, or are they going to just get right to it? So I guess that's what I'm looking forward to.
Right.
I don't think I'll remember any names. I'm going to have to relearn. There were a ton.
Yeah.
I remember that. But it's been really good so far.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any spoilers, thank goodness. I see sometimes like polls for ratings, and it's getting a lot of 4s and 5s out of 5s. So people are liking it. So I'm sure we will too.
We're liking it so far too. So yeah, let's just get into it. And you've got a mercenary on board.
Yeah, I remember that was such a classic line from that episode.
Vel.
I remember it.
And his mom.
Oh yeah, his mom slaps him in the face
and then hugs him. Oh, I remember this. Mothma.
Darth Vader, BB-8, C-3PO, Kylo Ren,
R2-D2, Rebel Pilot,
Luke Skywalker, Scout Trooper, Force Order Trooper, droid.
What the hell is his name? The droid in this show. Red guy.
I got everyone except the last one because I don't remember the droid's name.
I forget his name.
He's just like
I wonder where this is going with him. Like, because
he's gonna become radicalized.
Yeah, maybe.
Is he having cereal right now?
Wow.
Dude, he's having space cereal.
Oh my god, dude, he's got...
It's too late.
Dude, that looks like Captain Crunchberries.
I was gonna say.
Yo.
Oh, did somebody take something from him? Oh, he's like panicking.
Dang, he got some ink.
Oh. No, he's cleaning it for him.
She's having second thoughts.
I was wow.
That's his gear.
If you want.
He's like, who stole my crap?
Are those cybernetics or tattoos? I can't tell.
Tattoos, I
You
think.
didn't come with forgets, but the tree remembers.
Title of the episode.
Now it's
You
our turn to
said
do the chopping.
Now it's our turn to do the chop.
So I
That's
guess,
kind
yeah,
of cold.
I guess they're in prison.
Yeah.
Good luck with it, buddy.
Wouldn't that be lovely? Oh, that guy's gonna die.
I like him.
He's gonna die.
You think?
Yeah, because they were talking about walking away.
Mothma and her husband.
Back to Mothma.
They're
Did
talking
we
about
ever find out
parties,
if this
right?
was like a senator appointed? Because they don't seem to like each other very much.
Nah.
What would I be showing off? You're involved somehow.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. I so appreciate the support.
this dude is just like sitting there.
Classic
Wow.
dad
I feel like that's like that marriage is just like for the public type of thing. Yeah, he's definitely all
Sees
in.
oppression everywhere.
Yeah, he even sees oppression in the technology that they use.
move. Damn, bro, this is making me want to ditch my iPhone.
Yeah, right.
But they have a fight on their hands, don't they?
I like this guy.
Elemental rights.
Like, he's got it all thought
Yes,
out.
no.
What I'm against.
Yes, he has to be if he's ready to go freaking
Yeah.
rob Imperial
My ideal
units.
leader. Systems based on truth, both navigating toward clear and achievable outcomes. Basic facts expanded.
Flynn.
Whoa. Oh my
Saving
gosh.
that conversation, bro.
I agree with whatever he's saying. He's not trusting Nemec. Oh, is he gonna betray them? Because he's like the super anti-Empire one.
What were you gonna do if I wasn't?
I was just gonna say, like, they're all
Yeah,
mad
what were you
about...
gonna
Ugly, but
do?
we'd have figured it out.
We wanted to be sure.
You would not have figured it out. That's wild.
That's crazy though. They literally didn't even know.
Yeah, they're so anti him being there, and if he wasn't, they would have failed immediately.
How do you input the weight?
He's like, what? What are you, are you kidding me?
That's probably. I wonder what's that. That's probably like. How do you turn on the car? Like in our world, like. So you don't know.
Nah,
like,
it's probably not because it's like a military thing.
It sounded pretty trivial. Yeah, maybe it's something more military, but
Yeah, well, because he has knowledge of this.
what was? It's like a lunar festival or something. What was the time limit?
That's how they're gonna get the ship out, or that's how they're gonna get it out because of the lights. Dang, they're even practicing their walk. That's wild.
Yeah, I guess you kind of have to, right?
Yeah, it was a cool transition how they were
Transition
like,
from a walk,
asking how to
yeah.
walk, like talking how to walk like soldiers, and then we see soldiers walking.
Yeah, I really like.
That was cool.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
another
see, that's what I was talking about.
Favors right, but shoots left.
Dang, he knows them all.
transition. Cassian got that observation.
They can't just admit that it was a good
skills,
suggestion. He plays a pretty good Imperial.
I wonder if he was an Imperial and then he
Yeah, like
quit.
what's her
Or-
face? What was her name? Tala in Obi-Wan.
Hala. Yep.
Oh, she's
She
popping pills. Oh my god.
Hey, party girl. Let's go.
It's like Adderall.
And she has a severe and
Space
crippling
Adderall.
addiction.
Just trying to just trying to figure this out. Yeah, they gotta be friendly. You can't go in not trusting anyone. You have to go in trusting them.
How wrong you were about Uncle Harvey.
Man's still eating his cereal.
I wonder what's gonna come of
I
of
don't
our
know.
boy Stiff.
I'm interested though.
Yeah.
Distance to load, right?
That's not what I was expecting for him. Like a midlife crisis.
Ah, yeah.
The idea of being this close and not seeing it.
Oh, they want to see the they want to.
I fear morale might be crushed by having anything more.
Oh,
than
That's pretty cool.
essential
That is
roster
cool.
heads
It's wild. He's making plans for stuff,
That's,
even though it's
that's-
not gonna be.
That's good though.
Yeah, it's smart. But yeah, that is another. What we were saying earlier, that is another Imperial that turned instead of just being undercover.
Yep.
Let's not go too far.
And come on, guys,
Yeah, don't put me on the spot.
Enough!
come
Everyone
on.
stands down.
You gotta be a team. Oh my god.
Maybe you're the one that's afraid.
Of course I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
duh, what?
Any smart person would be afraid. That's true.
You will now use me as an excuse.
Oh yeah, they're like trying to say, "Oh, you just brought him in. I'm not doing this." She's just like trying to hold everything together.
They're tripping.
Look, they're not even. Look how far apart they're sitting from each other. Look at that thing, man.
That is sleek.
Sheesh. I guess he is fully in it for the money. He was like, "What the hell's going on?" He's not there yet, I guess, right? Like he's not
Nah.
full rebel
Trying to
mode
make
yet.
that money.
I get it, but also,
I respect it.
yeah, he'll get there eventually.
It's just like
Poor guy. Is that a
Dude,
little
he's
action
got
figure?
figgies?
He's got a figgy, bro.
And he's just like me for real, bro.
I bet they're stormtroopers. Oh, he's gonna find them. He wants to get that notoriety back. He wants to get his status back. He wants to be someone.
As close to an apology as you're gonna get.
Okay. I'll take it.
it's close enough.
There you
He's
go.
like-
See? He's like, good job. I did good.
And Cassian's like, oh, I still don't care. I'm just here for money.
Yep.
If all goes well, we'll see you tomorrow night.
I have a feeling that all might not go well.
Plenty of work to do together tomorrow.
See, that you can't say tomorrow. Can't say that because it's not gonna happen. It never happens. We'll reunite tomorrow. No, you won't.
Yeah.
That's never
It's
how
not.
it works.
It'll all be over this time tomorrow.
Isn't that crazy though? Going to bed with such like a big mission going on.
All that.
Yeah. That's why he keeps checking the comms or whatever. He can't.
Yeah.
He's just like so nervous about it. And he's nervous about Cassian. Because he like took a risk putting him in there. Dang.
Thank you, Susanna White.
Ah. All right. So the axe forgets. I don't know what it is, but I really like this sort of calm before the storm kind of vibe they're going with. Like it's like, cause we know it's coming. We know that it's happening tomorrow, or I guess probably next episode. So like the whole thing is kind of I forget who said it, but it was like the hardest part is like the day before because there's so
Yeah.
much time to doubt. Or
Thank
there's so much
Cassian
time to,
said.
yeah. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now because it's like, you know, they got like 1 day left, 2 days left, whatever. But I'm also enjoying like the drama in between each of the members, because like they're all just Cassian. Like I mean, obviously we know that Cassian, at least from what we know, is like that he's not like an Imperial or something like that. But like to them, it's just like this random dude shows up. There's not answered about who he is, where he's from, why he's a part of this, what his skill set is, what his character is like. Does he like the Empire? Like what is his purpose gonna be? And they have 3 days until this is supposed to go off. So I understand where they're coming from like the nervous aspect of it. It's just, I don't know, it's just interesting because like you can't have that. You can't have that like,
oh man.
for a mission like this, everybody's got to be on the same page. Everybody's got to trust each other. You can't have like this infighting. Nobody's going to trust each other. It's just not going to work like that. So, you know, I guess that's why Vel made sure that they solved it in the end.
All the tension I think is done really well, because they kind of have to keep it secret just so like in case one of them gets captured, they can't, like, they don't know, like they can't rat him out. So it's intentional to keep a lot of stuff secret, but then it lets that tension brew. And then eventually Belle's like, all right, I gotta fix this somehow. So she tells, I forget his name.
Screen or Screen? Something.
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah. Anyway, she tells him, oh, tell him the story about your brother, just so they can have that connection.
Yeah, get a little personal.
So yeah, to try and resolve that, but still, you can still see like it's all tense. And then I also forget the other guy's name who's in charge now because Vel's going with the other lady.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh, say you can follow the plan. Like
I need to.
He doesn't trust them to even
like,
do that. Yeah, I need
exactly.
that. So it's cool. You can tell like, oh, it's barely holding apart. Let's see if they can pull it off. So I don't know. It gets me.
They're like barely
excited, nervous, and ooh.
It's like the scene in Avengers where they're in the room with the scepter and they all start arguing with each other. Oh, it's like kind of nerve wracking because you know they have to be better if they want to pull this off. Do you think Cassian is really like 100% just in it for the money, or do you think part of him kind of does want to hit back at the Empire?
I think for now, he's just trying to get by. Mm-hmm. He, especially since what just happened, I think if he could choose, especially for this mission, he wouldn't be here. But he has that.
He kind of stuck there.
Got that Luthen. Yeah. Got him out, and he's like, "Yeah, you can do this. Plus, you're gonna get $30,000 or credit, Kyber crystal." So he's like, "All right, I'll do it." But I feel like if Luthen is like, oh yeah, you don't have to do this, I don't think Cassian would stick around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where's he gonna go? You know, he doesn't. He's stuck here.
And exactly. And this is really, really high stakes. So like that alone, you can be against the Empire and still say no to something like this.
Yeah.
But I feel like there probably is some bad feelings between him and the Empire, but I don't know. I think he's still got a ways to go before what we see in Rogue One.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've talked about this already, but it's weird with one of these Disney Plus shows that has like an A, B, and C plot that all happen, because like Mando is always like it's just Mando like the whole time. Bad Batch was always just what the Bad Batch was doing the whole time. Obi-Wan was pretty much just what Obi-Wan was doing the whole time. This is like this structure is more like other regular not Star Wars shows, and I like that because we also have the whole stuff with Mon Mothma and her family. It seems it's very tense. We know that Mothma is secretly, helping out for the rebellion with Luthen and all that. But like the household seems tense. The daughter is like cold. They think that Mothma makes everything about herself, which I think could be like her trying to show the rest of the Senate and people that she's like a big deal in the Empire, to like throw them off of her. Maybe I'm thinking that she could be trying to put herself out there enough to where people are like, there's no way Mothma would be helping them out, because if you have a senator who's like never appears in anything, never is trying to make things about themselves, you'd be suspicious because they're like kind of quiet, I guess. Maybe that's her mentality with that, but like the husband, they don't seem to talk much. They seem to get on each other's nerves. She's always like really nervous, and because like she said in the episode when she was talking to Luthen, she's like they're getting tougher with, it's getting tougher to do this with like the security that they're doing or whatever. So I'm very interested in that plot so far. I wonder what the event was that she was supposed to take the daughter to, but like changed her mind about, or the daughter said don't because it's out of her way and she'd just be making about herself. I thought
it was just like school or something,
it might not be, it just might be about the fact that Mothma's trying to do it,
right,
instead of, even though she doesn't need to, but then I don't know, it's causing like a rift between the family. So what do you think about the Mothmas? So actually I guess it would be the Mothma household.
I get the impression that her family doesn't know what she's up to, and that's probably the significant thing that's driving that rift. They were sitting so far apart in that all the way to thing. Literally as far as possible. Which is kind of a bummer. I feel like her husband, and you're saying this too, it's kind of like an arranged or more political marriage where they're both very high status individuals. So maybe she doesn't want to compromise her husband. Maybe she really does love him, and she's like, oh, I don't want to sully his career with this and get him in trouble too. Or maybe he's like a diehard loyalist to the Empire, and she's like, oh, I have to sneak around, and if he finds me out, he'd be the first one to report on me. And I think that's really interesting. I think that like its own, like a full episode of that is really cool. House of Cards was a lot of that how family mixes with politics and how going beneath the lines and stuff. It's really interesting. And I liked with the daughter, she was just like kind of a rebellious teenager. But that idea of that Mom Mothra's trying to do too much, it reminds you of like how the Batman and Bruce Wayne type of thing, where Bruce Wayne does the most outlandish stuff and is like an arrogant playboy, just so you could think like, oh, there's no way he's
Batman.
So
exactly.
Mon Mothma, oh, she goes to all the school events. There's no way she's conspiring against the Empire.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
And there, I think too the thing I enjoy too, it's really a slow burn.
I like
with that storyline and the Stiff. I don't remember his name. That storyline too, where we'll probably get only little bits of this, and I'll probably draw it out a while, which I kind of enjoy. I like that. Just show us what we need to see, and Cassian's the main character, so we can focus on them. But the little bits we're having are pretty cool.
Karn, was it? Is it Karn?
I think. Yeah.
I think so. But I like I do like that, because at the start you think he's just like this nervous kind of, he's just like a worker, higher up employee, whatever, and he fails his mission because he's like kind of a newbie at it or whatever, but like turns out like he's, I don't know, it's like oddly relatable to somebody who, like, it's because like it seems like his family didn't think this was the right path for him, and he was trying to do that, trying to make sure he had a height. That's why he was so like determined to solve the case, because he wanted to get like promoted or get recognized for figuring that out, because now it's like his family doesn't believe in him, maybe, or like they don't see this as a good career choice for him, and then obviously it doesn't work out for him, so now he's like back living with his mom, and they gotta get the uncle to help, and he's having like a midlife crisis, and he wants his job back. He wants to find Cassian, I guess, so he can solve the case or whatever, and get known again and get a job or something, or get a higher up position. I really like, I didn't expect that direction with it, like this sort of family what's the word, like expectations, like the family expectations for him. I think that's a pretty interesting direction to take his character, because I thought he was just going to be like this stupid villain guy, but there's a lot more to it from what we see.
I was going to say, it fleshes him out, makes him a bit more relatable too. To see kind of his perspective of it, which is cool. I think they're going to bring him back and have him butt heads with Cassian again. and like the more we know about him, the more I think that eventual confrontation is going to have an impact on us.
Yeah, because like you could also be rooting for him a little bit too, because you want him to prove his family wrong, to show that he's, you know, he could do well by himself, you know, he doesn't need help or whatever. But at the same time, like, you don't want him to catch Cassian because he's Cassian.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of... Do you think we're gonna meet this uncle they keep talking about? Is he gonna come in?
Uncle Harlow?
Yeah, is he gonna come in and try to straighten him out, help him out?
Yeah, I wonder what, because that's the alternative career path that they want him to take. I wonder what it is. I wonder what he does. I feel like we'll probably see him. I think that's where the direction will go. And he'll probably be standoffish to Stiff is going to be like, oh, I don't want to work with you. I want to go catch Cassian.
Yeah,
So
he's thinking about it still. He's got the hologram. He's like, I'm gonna get you.
Oh yeah, he's harboring some deep hatred.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense. I mean, we all saw how that ended on.
Oh yeah.
On the planet. I forget the planet too. So yeah, there's so many names. There's so many things.
There are a lot
Start
of
with a
names.
T.
I don't even have.
They said it in this episode too, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right," and then it's gone.
Yeah. The other storyline is the female Inquisitor, Imperial.
That's right. I forgot about. There's like there's a D plot too.
Even another plot, which they're again slowly plotting along. And she's looking like she wants to track him down. They were saying I think the Navy had jurisdiction there with the part that what was the part? The Starfinder?
Yeah, the little thing, like, because it was stolen. She's connecting that crime to this crime because they found the part there, and she wants to connect the dots, and like, it's so random that it's not random is what that
was a good quote. Yep.
Yeah, so I guess she wants to figure it out. She wants control or jurisdiction over it. We saw in the last episode, I think. Because she wants to figure this out, and the other guy is like who's in charge of way more than she is like, no, go do something else. I forgot about that too, because like there's just, I don't know, I love the idea of all of these plot points coming together in some sort of way, because they're all connected. It's all, you know, revolving around Cassian and all that. I think that's really cool, because that's not something we've had recently. Because, like I said this earlier, but like in Mando, it's just today. Here's what Mando's doing, and this is everything that happened. But like, this is a different. Like, there's a lot more branches to this story, you know. And it's I don't know. They're all gonna. I don't know if they're all gonna come together at once, but they're all connected in some way, and I think that's really cool. Yeah, I completely forgot about that until you said it. I was like,
yeah,
there's
a lot going on.
Yeah, they got 4 storylines going on. So next episode, I'm assuming we're gonna see the raid next episode. I'm very excited for that.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. I was expecting it this one, but I'm glad they didn't, because we got more time, like more of the calm before the storm with the crew and all that. So I'm happy that they did that. But do you foresee next episode being like a big actiony episode?
Yeah. I wonder how large the extent of it will be. I feel like it might be more espionage. Where they're sneaking around and maybe they have to take out a guard or two. But then I could also see like they're running away from TIE fighters getting shot at. Like it gets way out of hand too, going off the rails. I don't know. I do think I'm pretty confident that it's not going to go according to plan. Something's going to happen. Some twist. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely going to be next episode too. Yeah. I knew for episode 4 going to 5, I was like, oh, maybe they'll get into it, but I'm like 90% sure they got to go through.
Maybe it'll be split up into 2. Like maybe there'll be 2 like parts of the attack, because they got to add in the other storylines too. So I wouldn't mind if it's like a 2-part kind of thing.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool. Maybe they're doing like 2-episode, 3-episode little mini chunks to do the story, because like, if you remember, the first 3 episodes were kind of their own little thing, and now we've had this little group of episodes. So maybe that's the way they're going.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else you want to talk about for this episode?
Oh, I'm liking the slower pace to it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's a slow burn and it builds into a big fire. I do
Yeah.
hope it gets somewhere. Some shows have that. It's too slow, but they're
I don't
kind of
think it's
getting me
too
going.
slow. I think it's. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's going.
Well, that's what I mean. If like it's a good pace, but it needs to
There needs
build
to be a payoff.
somewhere. Yeah. Where sometimes there isn't in other shows. Now I'm not saying this one, but I'm excited. I'm enjoying it so far.
Shows like this probably aren't as good for reactions because like every episode is not like, oh my god, Cad Bane is here. Like you're not gonna get,
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I think, makes for a better show all around.
Yeah.
Because like then you're not relying on the big reveal. Like, oh look, it's this character that I know. Those are cool.
Luke Skywalker.
Those are yeah, those are cool. But that's like free. That's like the free space on the bingo card. Like you can, that's easy. But this is like they actually have to make it themselves, which I like. So
Yeah, and they're relying on Cassian Andor as the front man. Who
right. Who would have
was in Rogue One? That some people like know.
There's
if
people
he's,
that
like,
might not
almost
even
going
know
in.
that he's from the movie. Like they might think it's like an original.
Exactly. So
I don't know. I will say I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna watch Rogue One after the show is over. After we finish watching it, because I want to, cut right into it. That's gonna do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out the previous episodes, the future episodes. We'll have reactions up for those. I know we're delayed, but we're getting there. We'll catch up eventually. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will talk to you next time.